Hi guys, it's Wombat, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the future of my map combos, the near future for my map combos. And obviously, the first thing that will happen on my map combos is the release of ProMods. So where we now have here in Europe especially, the German map, we have Poland detail adding map. The racetrack and the test track down here, things like that will disappear obviously because they are not compatible with ProMods 2.0. And once we have ProMods 2.0 released, the next steps will be maps like Macedonia map. Will it work as it is on 137 with ProMods 246? Or do we need an update for it? Let's wait and see what happens. Of course, Poland Rebuilding is probably the #1 map people are asking about, and well, it doesn't look good because it doesn't work with 2.45. So it will not work with 2.46. So for Poland Rebuilding, we definitely need to wait for an update. Project Balkans. Let's see what happens. I can tell you right now that I will not include Project Balkans as is on ProMods 2.46 because I wouldn't do another video using Project Balkans on 2.45 even. There are just too many issues with Project Balkans right now. I'm definitely gonna wait for another version before I do anything with Project Balkans, and the anything is gonna take a while, because what that in the best of worlds mean is that I will spend a ton of time testing Project Balkans with my map combos before I add it. I'm not gonna add it the day after or 2 days after, as I stupidly enough did the last time. That's not gonna happen, so you'll just have to wait for it. I do not want any comments from you saying, oh, but it works, I tested it. Yeah, sure, it works where you have been driving or hauling, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't create problems in Minsk or on Svalbard. It could create problems literally anywhere else, and that was the problem the last time with 4.1.1. But moving away from that, let's have a look at some of the more interesting things, like ProMods will be released, and give it another few months and you'll see that Russia will expand. This is Siberia map 2.0. It's not been released. Trust me, you don't want to drive here. You can't, well, you can drive. You can actually drive on, there are empty roads there. There's just roads. But it's not a map you want to look at because all you see is literally the road and that's it. But this is Siberia 2.0, and forget about Siberia 1.0. I haul on that map. It was a standalone map. Siberia map 2.0 is an add-on map. They've started all over from the beginning, and this is the road network. This is what the map will look at like when it is released. Now, when is it going to be released? I don't know. I definitely hope it's going to happen in 2020. Then we have another interesting thing coming in the future, in 2020 hopefully as well, and that is Volga map. And Volga map, the old Volga map, some of you might remember it. I did quite a few map combos using Volga map, and it upset everyone every time I didn't add Volga map when I used Ross map. Ross, because Volga map and Ross weren't compatible with each other. Some of you thought they would be because they loaded, but you had broken roads. And it will start somewhere over here, in this area here, and if we see the same version or the same cities and roads we saw on I think it was on 134 or 135 perhaps even, we will have cities, 5 of them going up here. And then we will probably see a road connection onto Siberia map from there. So who knows when, but hopefully in 2020 we will have both this and Volga map added to our map combo up here in the northeast of Europe. Tiny bit of Siberia map at least is located in Europe, and Volga map definitely is. Speaking of this area, maybe I should mention that the Caucasus mod currently isn't compatible with YKS RSK 2.2. You may load it, but stop complaining if you do. I'm not using it with YKS RSK 2.2 because you will break roads. That's just how it is. We need to wait for an update to the Caucasus road. Project Japan add-on map. Still in the works, still planned to happen. Have no idea when, but it is going to happen, and of course I will add it. Speaking of my global combo, a couple of other things. EAA, yeah, it's already been released and it's ready for 137. We have Map, it's been updated for 137. PJ Indo, from what I understand, we need an update to PJ Indo. So PJ Indo, although I haven't tested it yet, don't seem to work on 137. I might be wrong on that. As I said, I haven't tested it yet. Australia map is miraculously apparently still working. If it does, I will test it, and there will be hidden walls. We already know that, and as long as there is no new version of Australia map, we're just gonna have to live with those hidden walls. Other than that, there are, of course, other maps in the works, like Maghreb map, which will start over here. It's the new African map mod. There are a couple of other African map mods in the works as well, but I have no idea on the status of them. I don't know when they will be released. They are coming eventually, hopefully, and of course I'll add them as well. Then we have RT Asia, and for those of you who aren't familiar with that, it's the Road to Asia map, and Road to Asia map will cover this area here. I'm not willing to go on into exactly where and from where it will connect, but you'll see it somewhere in this area here in 2020. And I think that before we wrap this video up, going back to ProMods one more time, as I said in the beginning of this video, ProMods is the first update we will see now, and once ProMods has been released, we will probably have to wait for new road connections from Rosmap to ProMods, as well as new road connections from Romania Extended to ProMods. So do not expect me to release a map combo on day one of the release of ProMods. I'm gonna have to test it extensively, and of course, if there are any problems, I kinda expect there will be, we're gonna have to wait for new versions of the road connections, one of them, or in worst case, both of them. It's just how it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. But trust me when I say that I will release my map combo with ProMods 2.46 as soon as I possibly can. So yeah, just leave me alone, let me do my job. And I think that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of updates on what is happening in the near and not quite so near future for my map combos. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.